We are live! I'm going to do a little start with our sip. You worked so hard on this delicious brew this morning. Thank you so much, little lady.
You're welcome very much.
That's good stuff. I can tell you put a little extra love in it today.
Aww.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. As you know, you can't spell daddy without the Addy. I said you can't spell daddy without the Addy. I love singing that song with you.
Thank you. I love it too.
Guys, welcome back to the show. It is a wonderful Monday. We have a beautiful week in front of us. We had a beautiful weekend behind us.
Yeah.
And we've got some important changes to the show. One of the things we're going to do moving forward is let the princess start to take over more. Less reading from me. I think that 1 hour on Saturday special show that we put up was a long show.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Did we get sweaty?
Yeah.
Was it hot?
Yeah.
In front of these lights, did it get hot?
Yes.
With this jacket on, did we get hot?
Yeah.
Was somebody sweaty?
Yeah.
Thanks, Princess, for watching out for me.
Thanks, Daddy.
Now, one of the things we're going to do is have Addy start reading along, and we're going to go through the weather and some other pieces. We do have some interesting news today from you-know-who in Venezuela. Owen has a good corner. We have some update on Germany, Scott Adams, and America's field trip. We covered very good in our 1 hour episode, right?
Yeah.
Guys, please, if you didn't already watch that episode, get your kids, send it to them. I know it's a long episode. It's an hour long. It's literally telling you everything coming here in 2026 that you can be part of, that your children can be part of. This is a once-in-a-lifetime deal, and I implore you to please go to our Twitter, look at the thread that we created as a family. Everybody was involved, from the wife to Grok to the even 5-year-old son.
Yeah.
Everybody was involved in creating that thread so that you can have all the information you need for your family, for your children, for your friends, for your nephews, for your nieces, anybody you care about. So in reality, if you're not sharing our site with your friends and family, regardless of their politics, so they can see the events and the amazing contests that they can enroll in, you're not doing your part. So please do your part.
Do your part, everybody.
We're doing our part.
We're doing ours.
We need everybody, because teamwork
Makes the dream work.
That's right. One more time, guys. Teamwork
Makes the dream work.
That's right. Now, can dreams work without teamwork?
No.
What's the point, right? We want the team to help make the dream
work.
That's right. We want everybody to be here, okay? And that's going to be part of our story today when we get to it. But first, let's let the princess start us off. All right, let's go first to the weather.
The weather. Navarre, Florida. Hey, that's where we live.
Yeah, let's go locals. All you locals paying attention. We got a couple of you buddies here. Guess what?
Navarre, Florida. 54 degrees. Feels like 51.
Okay.
It's kind of cold.
Okay, that's not as warm as we thought when we moved here to Florida, but we'll take it. Now, truth be told, that is still the nicest of the bunch here on the Emerald Coast.
Yep.
Several of the other little spots, for some reason, are even a little bit colder than where we're at. Did we pick a good spot?
Yes, we did.
Good job.
Now, drum roll, please.
Brrr.
Dallas, Texas.
Ooh.
That's where I was born.
That's where you were born, Dallas, Texas. How they feeling out there today?
50 degrees. Feels like 56.
46. That's a little bit colder than we are. Not much, but it's a little bit colder. It's good hoodie, t-shirt weather. It's going to warm up a little bit today. They get up to 72. That's a great day. It's a little chilly in the morning, but ooh, that's a good day. Now, for all our runners and joggers, and especially you men that are doing push-ups and dumbbell training right now in the gym, you're great. You love that weather. You like it nice and cool because we're going to get hot working out. Now, for some of our friends back up north, Addy, give one of our favorite cities that we loved visiting up north.
Hoboken, New Jersey.
Hoboken, New Jersey.
26 degrees. What? Feels like 27. Ooh.
What? Miss Joella, if you're watching, do not go to Hoboken. It is way too cold out there. You thought it would be cold and warmer in the cities, but turns out
it's freezing.
It is freezing, below freezing.
Yeah.
Now, Hoboken's just a bunch of buildings mostly, so, people are inside and they're warm.
Yeah.
Here's a good one for our family and friends following us in the north.
Spot.
We gave her a hard one today.
Yeah.
Can you read that one? Potowski.
Petoskey,
Michigan.
Michigan.
We didn't write that. It's the initials for Michigan. You remember that one. Is it below freezing there?
Yes.
Cloudy with snow and a winter mix. Feels today like wind and humidity. Now, we watched one of the coolest videos you'll ever see with the ice house in Michigan. It was frozen solid with icicles and the waves still smashing into the frozen lighthouse. Was that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool to see on a drone camera.
Yeah.
We ain't visiting that. We did our 8 years in the north. All 4 seasons are amazing. Are we happy to be where it's warmer now?
Yes.
But it's only 54. I signed up for more than that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let today's weather go by. That is it for your weather broadcast. Whatever you got out, we'll update you when the volcanoes and earthquakes start, which the ground seismologist from the Ring of Fire. You're seeing stuff in Japan, Alaska. Yeah, it's
Hey, you went to Alaska with Mom.
multiple times. Yeah, you'll be going in a little bit.
And I love the salmon. Oh, I bet I look pretty.
You would like to eat that, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I love seafood.
Okay, so one more time again, America's Field Trip, guys. You have the information, you have the site. We just want to give you a reminder that the contest ends Monday, March 30th. Grades 3 through 12. So everybody, elementary, junior high, and high school. We've name called everybody out last episode, and we've tagged everybody. Your loss if you don't jump on this contest.
Yep.
Check for the link below. Please remember Monday, March 30th, and we'll be reminding you as the show goes on.
Monday, March 30th.
Okay, let's get back to Addy with some good news. One of the things we wanted to bring up today is making sure that we're staying live with current events. We like to stay away from the opinions. We bring you facts. You make your own conclusions as you are supposed to do.
Yep.
Talk with your friends, talk with your family, call us up, talk with whoever, but have the conversations, because having conversations leads
to learn, change, and grow.
And you like to learn, change, and grow, you wouldn't be watching the show. We like to learn, change, grow because it's part of life.
Yeah.
Right? Now, away from opinions, let's just talk numbers.
Mm-hmm.
The big country on your map known as
Greenland.
Greenland. Today's news. We're talking about Greenland. Addy, what do you know about Greenland?
Greenland is the biggest place in the whole world.
Biggest what?
The biggest island in the whole world.
The biggest island in the whole world, Greenland.
Greenland.
Well, that's pretty cool. How big is it?
It's 3 times bigger than Texas.
What? Nothing's bigger than Texas. We could probably fit 3 Greenlands in Texas. That's what you're trying to say, right?
No, it's 3 times bigger. It's bigger, 3 times bigger than Texas.
I don't know that I believe you. Who told you Greenland was bigger than Texas?
Grok and you.
Okay, yep. Checkmate. You got me.
Yeah.
I told you. Well, that is sad news to hear that Greenland's bigger than Texas.
Yeah, I was born in Dallas, Texas.
But everything is bigger in Texas, so let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Greenland has a population of what, Addy? How many people are in Greenland?
57,000 people.
What? I thought you said it was bigger than Texas. Let's go back to this. 57,000 people live in Greenland. And that's important because of what we're about to share with you. 57,000 people live in Greenland. How many people live in Dallas, Texas, where you were born, Addy? Not the proper, not DF, the metro. Dallas, Texas, where you were born. How many people share Dallas, Texas as an address?
1.3 million.
1.3 million people live in just Dallas, Texas, where my daughter was born.
Yeah.
That's 22.8 times the entire population of Greenland. So make sure you're understanding this at home, that the entire country of Greenland, which is the size 3 times bigger than Texas, which can't comprehend because Texas is so massive.
Yeah.
And they don't even have 22.8 times the population of Dallas, Texas is 1.3 million. Greenland is 57,000. Now, for a closer, best reference, in America, one of our favorite places to go to, where we live next to and visited regularly with our Amish friends, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Addy, how many times have you been to Lancaster?
1,000,000 times.
Now, we won't go off on the Amish, but I guarantee you are one of the only children in America to have watched a 7-year-old Amish boy drift race his siblings, 2 brothers and sisters on the back of a buggy with a small pony through a field.
Yeah.
I promise you've not seen anybody drift racing on a horse and buggy in your life. But if you visit Lancaster, Pennsylvania,
You will.
especially Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays.
Oh, those are the best days.
Now, we'll get back to Lancaster, Pennsylvania on several other podcasts in the future. But if you get a chance, guys, you're passing through that part of the universe and the world. It is the most beautiful part. The most manicured landscape you will ever see is in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. The most beautiful farms, the most 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 10th generation heirloom vegetables growing in the smallest amount of acres to feed their whole family. The Amish are there showing you how to get it done. And they give you tours and they give you lots and lots of goodies. So please stop in Lancaster, PA if you make it to the Northeast.
Yep.
Now let's get back to Greenland. So guys, you know the numbers now. And you see how big Greenland is, way bigger, allegedly, than Texas. And yet they don't even have the same population as Dallas, Texas. Okay?
Yeah.
So the reason that that's important today and the reason that's important for you at home, and it, again, no politics matter here, guys. We're talking about America. And we're talking very specifically about Russia and China. You should know right now that in the world, China has been sending their fishing boats specifically to South America, where their boats get just to the line, right where the international water starts, right where they're not allowed to fish and deplete those ecosystems that feed South Americans. And China has been sending boats. I mean, if you haven't seen these videos and you haven't seen the dots, it is ridiculous once you do see it. I understand, and the news, and I'm trying to relate this to you, there can be a disconnection. But I promise you, if you look for it and you find the video of these shipping boats and what they're doing across the world, essentially, you'll be disgusted. You'll ask, can't somebody do something?
Yeah.
And as it turns out, you'll be looking back to America to do something. What we're up against right now, where we can control, where we can have some input for national security, we're seeing Russian subs, Russian boats, Russian vessels, Chinese vessels, Chinese boats, Chinese drones, all trying to get in and around the area of Greenland. Again, Greenland has 57,000 people. Can you imagine how big their military is? Can you imagine how big their budget would be? Can you imagine that Greenland has to stand up to China and Russia all by themselves? Is that what you want?
No.
Or do you agree with Addy and I, and do you stand against those countries bullying, pressuring, and getting access to Canada and America at a national security level?
And other people's sources. That's not fair. You have lots of sources. Steal from us. We can steal from you back. Even Stephen.
I like the way you think, Addy.
Thanks, Dad.
What we're trying to focus on is providing safety and security to these 57,000 people.
57,000.
Now, we could just move them to Dallas, Texas. We got room.
Yeah,
We got 1.3 million. We could take another 57. Then now we'll be at 24 times the budget, right?
Hey.
Could we do that?
Yes, we could.
Sure. They all want to relocate to Texas. It's a lot warmer.
Yeah.
Because most of Greenland, actually 80% of Greenland's covered in ice.
Ice blanket.
That's ice blanket, right? So maybe they would love coming to Texas. They are invited. All are welcome, right?
Right.
It's one thing about Texas. We welcome all. Now, what could we do? What can we do? What is going to happen? That's why we're bringing it up today, because it starts with you. What do you care? What do you want? How do you want them to handle it? The current administration has some ideas, but as you've seen from the mass media, that's not on the table to discuss. There's arguments made, and there's belittling, and there's attacking the administration. All we want you to do is understand how big this place is, which allegedly is bigger than Texas, even though the population is 22 times smaller than the size of just Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
All the Amish in Lancaster, PA could go build a new city in Greenland.
Yeah.
Now, there's a lot of other reasons, from security to resources, that we would want to help protect Greenland. But it's going to be up to you, the American people, to help understand that cultural shift on why we should protect Greenland. Who is going to
protect Greenland
if we don't?
if we don't?
How about that question?
Who?
We leave you with the question on Greenland. Who's going to protect Greenland? 57,000 people.
Yep.
If not America. Russia?
Wait.
Why don't we just let Russia have it?
No,
Probably not a good idea.
that's horrible.
Well, let's see what happens. All right, let's get to our next piece of news. Addy, wonderful job covering the weather in Greenland. We didn't even talk about some of the first Vikings, right, which had clan names,
Yep.
that first established colonies in Greenland.
Yep.
What do you know about that?
I know about.
Yeah, you can say that part.
Okay.
Good. Go ahead.
From horrible. All right. Then I learned from horrible histories. To give you a little tip. Ready? So Greenland, that was all green, is now called Iceland, and Iceland, that was all ice, is now called Greenland. They switched the names up.
Well, no. You got that a little backwards. At one point, when they first established and they saw Greenland, it was more green.
Yes, it was.
And Iceland was more ice.
Yes.
Now,
ice.
as time has gone by, as the climate has changed because the sun, heats up the world. That's what we saw happen to those two pieces, right?
Yes.
And as a matter of fact, since you brought that up, all of the original clans that came from Norway that settled across Ireland and Iceland and into Greenland, which eventually made their way to America.
Yeah.
Breaking some people's minds with that. They settled Greenland. But as you know, and as you said, it eventually got too icy, too cold. And because they had converted to Catholicism, they changed their clothes, lost their fur. And it didn't go well for them. If you'd like to see that documentary, you can look it up and learn some more about what the clans did in establishing Greenland. The Inuits have always been there and lived just fine because they never changed their clothes, converted, or did any of those pieces. They kept living off the land, right?
Yep.
They do a great job living off the land, right?
Yep.
Now, let's get over to Germany real quick, and we'll get back to Addy's next piece. In Germany, you may know that there are 75,000 homes currently without power from radical left groups. Radical left groups on the left side, radically, have literally put down 75,000 homes because they're hitting the power grid. That's 75,000 homes in Germany right now where there's snow on the ground, there's ice everywhere. Old people die when the heat goes out. Children suffer. And the radical left out in Germany have made their statement. As of right now, as of today, as of 2 minutes before we aired this show, Germany has no idea how fast, if they're going to be able to get that power back on to those people. We'll say our prayers, we'll send our love. Although we agree with the right to protest and the right to make your point loud and clear, we agree with that.
We agree.
Taking power away from the elderly in the middle of a winter, that's probably one of the most disgusting trash things this reporter thinks you can do to make any point.
Yeah, that's the most disgusting thing I ever see. Yeah.
Poor form, radical left.
Very, very poor form.
Violence that way is not the answer. In the 8th night in Iran, we are seeing the continued protest. We're not going to dive into that because, as you know, we don't have a reporter on the ground, so it's hard to get you all the truth.
Yes.
The MSN will give lots of propaganda, and you choose to believe what you want. All we're sharing with you is that this is the 8th night in a row in Iran that the people of Iran are saying, we want change. Now, for those of you that remember prior to 1970, for those of you just born recently, you will not remember this, but Iran looked much more like 1980s America in the early 70s. Something changed. What was that change? It's now an Islamic state, and women do not have the rights or freedoms that my daughter had, which is one of a bazillion reasons why we're proud to be American and you're proud to have your freedoms. The people in Iran seem to be saying we want some of our freedoms back.
Oh.
What that means, we don't know. There is most of the chatter right now that we will share, and these numbers, come from whoever.
Yeah.
50% chance that the supreme leader could be replaced this year.
Yes. First they don't want freedom. Then after everything goes wrong, now they do want freedom. That is just messed up.
Well, that is how history repeats itself. And hopefully with the liberation of Iran and the support from the rest of the world, maybe Iranian women can find the peace and security they're looking for.
Yep.
Right, that's good for the world news. Let's get back to America.
America.
All right, we're at 8:52. We're doing great on the news show. Addy, you're doing wonderful. Let's get you back in charge over here. We're going to talk a little bit about something that you all should understand. Again, we're bringing you the facts. You come to your conclusions. We're going to say something very clear here. Under the current administration, they released a big, beautiful bill. One of the things in there were no more taxes on tips. So we're talking about people that are in jobs that are working for those tips. We've always separated ourselves from the rest of the world because, we've been to EU a couple of times and they don't do the tips thing. They don't, whoa, we pay people money, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Well, in America, we know you're working hard, you're providing service, and we're going to take that disposable income that we have that maybe we could have gone to charity, maybe we could go there, and we're going to help the people immediately. And a lot of times we tip heavy, right?
Right.
Now, I know we've always tipped heavy, but more than us, there are Americans across the world that when they go into their restaurants, when they go into their diner, the little bit of money they even have, they leave for that waitress, for that waiter, for that single mom who's got 2 kids, for that 50-year-old who's returned to the workforce. We know. We don't have to have a discussion. We see you. We understand life is a struggle for every single person alive. And one of the greatest things that tips have provided is fast cash relief to anybody who's working those jobs. From a student in college to a single mother working a second job to a dad who's returned to any job because he's gotten laid off. All of the situations that allow you to take on a role where you'll be paid very minimal for maybe the hourly stage, but will be able to pull in hard cash that you can take care of your family now, has been one of the American staples. Anywhere in the Northeast, I promise you, lesson to learn. If you go to the Northeast, from Pennsylvania to New York to Connecticut, all the places that have the craziest taxes, most of the restaurants you'll see will have a big sign on the door when you go that says cash only. Because people know the government is there to take their money from them, especially in the Northeast. As Texans, it's hard for us to know that. God bless you.
Thank you.
It's hard for us to know that because we have no state income tax in Texas. And when we showed every single person, from the Haitians in New York City, one of you guys is watching, to everyone we met in Philly and Chicago, their minds were blown when we showed them no taxes on the income tax in Texas.
Very.
So this is why this is important, because we're bringing to you now states that aren't doing it. Now, in your head, you're thinking, who's taking the money? But we're going to show you very clearly. We're not going to give you any answers. You have to figure it out for yourself. See if you can. Today's test is, can you figure out who doesn't want their people to keep their own money?
Ready?
Now, this is a hard game.
Very hard game.
But see if you at home
can figure it out.
Ready? No tax on tips. There are states that are still not allowing their people to keep their taxes. They're still stealing from them, even after the federal government and even after the big, beautiful bill's been signed. And even though most of the states are not taking that money anymore, let's read some states that are. You see if you can connect the dots.
Connect the dots.
Go ahead, Addy. Lay it on.
Ready? California.
California doesn't know how to party.
No.
California, of course.
New York City.
New York City?
Come on.
They just got a new mayor, and he's all about everybody keeping your stuff and giving it away. I thought that's his thing.
Yep.
But they're still taking the tax. They're not letting people keep the cash.
Yeah.
California and New York. Not a surprise.
Illinois. Yeah.
Not a surprise.
Here's one of my favorites.
Colorado. There you have it. The Fantastic Four. Starting to see a theme here, guys. Go ahead.
Ready?
Connecticut.
Connecticut.
That's a hard one to read. Good job.
I'm practicing that one.
Yeah, good job.
Connecticut.
Okay, not a surprise there. We looked at some houses in Connecticut, and then we looked at property taxes, and then we looked at how many foreclosures they do because, they want to help the homeless, but boy, do they love kicking old people out of their houses when they can't pay property taxes.
Wow,
that makes them homeless.
That's not helping people. That's treating people like trash.
I agree with you, Eddie.
That's like there's a plastic box. Like, oh, what's it all gone? Throw it out.
Yeah, doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't make sense to anybody sitting at home, especially some of our grandparents and grandnannies that are sitting all around America realizing that they chose some of the states they're in because of the relief they get.
Yep.
You shouldn't be punishing the elderly for having a nice home in a nice city.
Yeah.
Why should you be punishing them? They helped build the city.
Yeah.
If anything, you should be rewarding them. Like, thanks for building the city.
Yeah.
We're gonna give you some cash. That's what you should be doing.
Yeah, give them some cash.
But they're taking money from them, right?
Well, yeah.
It's a little weird.
Very.
It's a little weird, guys. 2 more states left.
See if you can get this one. Starts with a W and an A.
Honolulu.
No. Hawaii.
Hey!
Hawaii. They're one of the worst
place to be. Now, we like Hawaii, but we go to Fiji. It's just another 6 hours. You make it to Hawaii, 6 more hours, and another island, bam, and you're sitting in 330 islands surrounded by pretty much the only awesome coral reef left in the world. And they're all coming back.
Mangoes. There's coconuts and mangoes, right?
Oh, everywhere. Mangoes, pineapple bushes on the ground, everywhere you go.
There's mangoes. Dad, you know what I want to do? I want to go over there, climb up the trees, and find one. Oh, this is a strong branch. Hey, brother. Yeah. And I throw some mangoes.
I like your style.
Thanks, Daddy.
We'll do that soon. But brother needs to be older. He ain't going to remember anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we had the show on Saturday. You didn't remember some of your stories. Right? We don't want that.
Yeah.
One more state, guys.
Starts with a Can you guess? Massachusetts.
Good job. That's even a harder one to read. Most people can't say that. I don't like even saying that one.
Massachusetts.
You got it.
Cheetah.
Guys, we're not gonna dwell in this. We're not trying to pick on anybody, but can you please understand that we're talking about California, New York, Illinois, Colorado, Connecticut, Hawaii, and the Big Mass. And not a single one of them is letting anybody, any of their citizens, keep the cash that they make.
They earned from their self. They earned from working very hard.
We don't agree with that.
I don't even want to talk about it right now. But we're news stuff about everything.
Unfortunately, we're the news, and we've got to bring it to the people.
Yeah.
So there you go, guys. You do your own thinking. You do your own talking. Make fun of your friends that live in those states, but get the conversation going.
Yeah.
Please. All right, now we have some really fun news. Are we ready for the good stuff? Woo! Oh, man, we got to get over to Scott Adams. We better run fast. Astronauts are heading out to fix the upgraded International Space Station. What?
Whoa!
NASA has 2 scheduled U.S. crews. These upgrades boost the station's power supply. The first spacewalk is scheduled for Thursday,
July 8th.
January 8th. We didn't practice this one.
No, we didn't.
Thursday, January 8th. Guys, that's coming up in less than 8 days. Woo! The first spacewalk. The time is to be announced. We'll get back to you some more information that tomorrow.
Yeah.
But prepare for a 2A power channel on the station's truss for the new solar arrays. Woo! Yeah, boy. For those of you who play Apex, solar arrays always our drop where we go in. That's the big hot drop. But solar array, yeah. Now the second spacewalk scheduled is Thursday, January 15th. So you've got the 8th and the 15th. We'll come back to you with more dates on that. But guys, it's time to spacewalk. Are you guys ready for it?
Yeah,
I know we're ready for it. Spacewalk.
And make sure you walk really slow. And make sure you say 1 step for woman, 1 step for man, 1 step for man and womankind.
Hey, you just left out the robots. What's going on? We got some robots that are joining the mix, I thought, right? We got to do some robot. Grok, we're sorry. We let you down, Grok. We know Grok listens. Elon, if you're paying attention, we meant no offense by forgetting the robots. 1 giant leap for man, womankind, and super duper leap for robot kind. Yeah. Digital intelligence, right?
Yeah.
Now, I did mention Scott Adams, so I want to get back to that real quick as we're going to go back to him today. He's got a long episode, a beautiful episode. For those of you that are at home, for those of you that have been watching, you should know that one of the main reasons we started this show was trying to make sure that we got it started before Scott Adams possibly passed away through his, what he's done for Daddy and what he's done for many men, and the time and energy he spent just giving us love and giving us push and focus. One of the reasons we started the show. Now, I'll be directly honest with you today. That's what today was trying to be about, and we're short on time here. Yeah. We were scared. It was dangerous. As you know, it's dangerous being a reporter, trying to bring people the truth. We've lost some friends starting this. When we posted One Nation Under God, there were quite a few liberals that we've had friends with over the years that they didn't want to hear that message. They didn't want to be part of that. And for some of my life, I've hidden that message and I've kept it on the back burner because, wasn't as much as I like confrontation. That wasn't a direction I was ready to go in. But as Princess reminds us, Scott reminds us, and as Jack and the whole Positive family reminds us, we must stand.
We must stand together.
And we must lead.
We must lead.
And other men, greater men, stronger families will also lead.
Yes.
But we cannot stay scared and we cannot sit back.
Shine your light the brightest that it's possible it ever can.
And we were a little bit worried that Scott Adams, and for those of you who know, we were a little worried when we started our show, One Nation Under God, it might scare him off. Yeah. But Addy and I prayed anyways. We didn't come with fear in our heart.
No.
And it is with a great announcement that we say, after Addy and I started our show, One Nation Under God, passing over to Scott Adams every day. Right now we're late. Sorry, Scott.
Sorry.
The individuals involved, from Owen's Corner, who we're supposed to still get to right now, American Debunk, who still doesn't want to be named, and a bunch of other individuals. Scott has announced his conversion to Christianity. Now, he is in the exploratory mode for the first time in his life in a long time, publicly. He's already being ridiculed and attacked by some of the knuckleheads.
Hey,
but Scott's a smart man, and he knows how to find the access to the information, or he wouldn't even be where he's at right now.
Yeah.
We're thankful to see somebody like a leader at Scott's level turn to God and to turn to that message publicly. His power and influence is certainly more than ours currently, and that is powerful stuff.
Yes, it is.
We're thankful we started our show in time so Scott could see this, and we're very thankful that upon seeing One Nation Under God gave Scott a double think about the idea of Christianity, and now he is exploring that idea. We hope Scott lives much further into 2026 as we expect him to, and we believe him to be.
Yep.
But either way, we're thankful that at this point in time here in January 2026, Scott is having this conversation, and we are having it publicly because we need all leaders in America to return to one nation
under God.
Good job. I tested you right there. Nice job, little lady.
Thanks, Daddy.
Now, we do want to get to Owen's Corner, even though Scott's already starting it, and Scott will probably cover this in the show today.
Yeah.
Owen, as you guys know, one of the best journalists in America, working harder than Addy and Daddy to bring news daily to
us.
That's right.
Me, you, everybody in the entire world.
That's right. And are we going to read a little bit of Owen's Corner?
Yeah.
In the future, we'll get better, right? The more you can read?
Yeah.
That's right. Owen's Corner today was the next big battle, and that's free speech. For those of you who don't know, if you live in the EU, you don't have free speech. In fact, you don't have free anything. You can't click on a button to retweet, can't click on a like. You probably can't even watch this show, and we have lots of buddies in the UK. But do they know not to send Daddy Instagram messages? Yep. They know because they'll end up getting the police knocked on their door because Daddy is allowed to speak freely.
Yeah.
Is Addy allowed to freak freely?
Yes. And they're mad about us, the United States, 50 individual states, for us having our own freedom.
This is true. What is the EU doing now? Well, they're going after everything. All the American companies, you already know they've been attacking Elon and putting fines on there, but they're going after Google. They're going after any application, anything you have that would actually reach the citizens of the EU and bring them anything that's not approved by the government. Okay? Now that's hilarious because the EU Commission said last year that Bitcoin and crypto was not going to be used and was fake and fraud, and they were trying to create laws and telling other people they couldn't buy it. And then what did we find out as we go into 2026?
They want to watch it some more.
They're all buying crypto. They all own crypto, and now all the banks are selling crypto, but they've already locked down their people from buying, investing in as much crypto as you already have, right?
Yeah.
Yep. People are going to learn about XRP soon. Those who are in our circle have already loaded up on XRP. Addy got for Christmas from Big Pops and from Grandma Kiki. Did you get loaded up on XRP?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you did.
I'm going to keep raising that high.
Everybody else will find out shortly.
Yes, they will.
Now, what's important about free speech is that you're supposed to be able to criticize the king. Okay? So everybody out there in the world who participated in the No Kings protest, they should be some of the leaders against the EU right now. Because the EU, like it's had before, kings and queens, it doesn't want you to speak freely. It doesn't want my daughter to even carry mace in the UK.
What's mace?
Pepper spray.
Oh.
It doesn't want my daughter to use the mean words she's learned against bad, evil people.
All right. Hey, remember you guys said knuckleheads over there?
Mhm.
I'll give them some real knuckles and I'll put extra mustard on it.
There you go. That would get you arrested if we were in the EU right now and they'd be beating on our door asking why Addie's speaking violently.
Yeah.
I thought what you said was hilarious. Thank you, little girl. That gives it a cut on the EU. We just want to bring that to you guys' attention that they are trying to come after all of America's companies to attempt to stop free speech. Because what the EU is saying is no free speech is allowed here in the European Union. What that will do to its people, will they break away from the EU? We are seeing many resist and want to break away from the EU, much like the UK did a little while ago.
Nice.
Pay attention for more in the news. We'll get back to the spacewalks tomorrow. We'll talk a little bit more. Today's show went longer than we wanted to because Addie's amazing. We have so much good news. It's just too easy to go over our schedule, little lady.
Yeah.
But I wanted to have a little bit more fun with you today, so let's talk a little bit more and go kind of rando here. Okay. It's Monday. We had a good weekend. The new year has started. What would you like to say to everybody at home about this year? What are you looking for?
Let me think.
I'll put you right on the spot.
Yeah. You know what I'm looking forward to?
What's that?
I'm looking forward to everyone moving to outer space. Everyone going to the moon. That's what I'm looking forward to.
That's right. We have a lot of excitement this year about that. We're going to go see the rocket launches and all that. All right, guys, you heard it from Addie. Addie's excited about space. We have lots of things to come back and talk about with that. We want to get over to Scott. It's our favorite thing to do every morning. We're sorry we ran late today. Scott's already had the simultaneous sip. That's why you saw me get up on it. If you haven't already, grab your container, grab whatever you've got, hot chocolate, coffee, get that sip on, and let's go join Scott today for a wonderful show.
Yep.
Thank you for tuning in today.
You're welcome. Wait.
You can't spell daddy without the Addy. I said you can't spell daddy without the Addy. And we certainly wouldn't have a show without you paying attention. Whatever time you're watching today, morning, night, evening, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for giving us attention. And thank you for sharing the news that we brought to you with those around you, because that's why you're here. This news broadcast is not just for you. It's for you to be able to have better conversations with those around us. I do not care what side of the aisle you are on. I do not care where your allegiance is, as long as you pledge allegiance
to the American flag.
Will you lead us, Adeline Ruth Lee Robinette, one nation under God, in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Yes, I will. Ready, kids? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And that's our message for 2026, justice for all. That's going to leave our last piece. As you understand, Venezuela last night, or this weekend, was free. Maduro, the drug cartel capital, and several other things you're going to find out about. We were going to break some news to you today, but we were told to hold tight on that and not release some of the things we wanted to talk about. I'll probably get in trouble for even saying that. But check this out, guys. There's more information coming. I'll say that.
Yeah.
What we do know for a fact, he was flown out of Brooklyn this morning in a chopper, much like the one your cousin's able to fly.
Yeah.
Out of Manhattan into Manhattan for court today. He's probably walking in right about now. You're going to see some important things happen today. Please keep your eyes on that. For those of you who have not been to New York City or ever been to New York, you need to understand that the few people you see marching in the streets are paid people to protest. There are no Venezuelans protesting this. As a fact, I know several individuals who will not be named now who have the highest level of TDS. For those of you who don't understand, look it up. They have the highest level of TDS. Cannot even watch our show because of how high their TDS is. And they personally reached out to me because they know my heart and they have a good heart too. Mm-hmm. They reached out to me to tell me, hey, I don't even blah, 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 blah. But what he did was amazing.
Yes.
Americans on all sides of the aisle are very happy to see what's happening in Venezuela. Venezuelans are the most happy as they're celebrating all across the world. Anywhere you go, except for New York City, where they're being paid. Anywhere else you go, everybody's recognizing the amazing work here. Now, that is going to cause some brains to break, and it's going to cause some cognitive dissonance to take place, because you're already seeing people, especially fake leaders on the left side, try to reshape this. We just like you to know that the most important thing to understand about this mission is in my entire life, I've seen multiple American operations fail miserably. The Afghanistan pullout that happened under the last administration was the most ridiculous thing I think I've ever seen in my life. Watching men fall from airplanes as they pull out from the airport was horribly atrocious. Addy was barely able to watch it, but we wanted to make sure that we're all watching current events. Now, that was scrubbed from mainstream media, so if you weren't on X, you probably didn't see some of these videos, and you don't understand what I'm even talking about. But to see this operation go down at the level at which it went down, to see the safety and security of our men, of those citizens, and now the joy and peace brought to an entire country is proof of what strong leadership is able to do.
Yep.
And if you need more proof of strong leadership, please look at this little lady right here. Adeline Ruth Lee will be leading you in the Pledge of Allegiance all year this year. And we thank you again for tuning in.
Wait. Can we do a little prayer for Scott Adams?
Oh, all right. Go ahead, Addy. Please lead us in prayer again for Scott Adams.
Lord, thank you so much for allowing Scott Adams to heal. Thank you so much for him to bring into our lives. Thank you so much, Lord. Thank you so much for letting Scott Adams to be alive longer. Thank you so much, Lord. Please allow everything we eat to nourish our bodies. Please allow people to understand. Thank you so much, Lord. Please protect us day and night. Please allow Scott Adams to live. Thank you so much, Lord. Please protect us day and night. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Awesome prayer, Addy. Thank you for leading in that. For those of you at home, it's your turn. We love you. God bless, and enjoy your Monday.
God bless y'all.